Don't be funny with my money, honey. Hey y'all, it's Micayla, final because you didn't already know, and welcome to day 10. Hey y'all, it's Micayla, final because you didn't already know, and welcome to day 10 of 12 days of Christmas, y'all. I can't believe we got 2 days left after this. Like, that's so crazy. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to take down braids for braid out properly. I don't have a better word for it. I guess take your braids down properly for a braid out like the best way you can. Like, y'all know what I mean. I did these braids a couple days ago. I think it was day 3 actually, and I showed y'all how to braid in that video. So if you haven't watched that one, go watch that, because I'm bringing y'all the full tutorial. So go ahead and watch that. And then I also dropped how I preserve my hair. There's that in case you want to see like how I take my hair down in the mornings, how I stretch my hair and all that. See, I done gave y'all the whole blueprint. You just gotta follow it. Yeah, before I jump into it, there's a subscribe button, the like button, bell notification button if you wanna, you know, get yourself together on this channel real quick while I'm not talking about anything. You know, just do all that. Follow my social medias even, you know, since we just sitting here, you know, you might as well just go ahead and get that out the way now, while you got the chance. But if you haven't done it by now, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's get into it. So I think the oil I'm gonna use today is my old reliable, this Do Grow Make It Thick Formula hair oil. Y'all have seen this oil in plenty of my videos. I don't really need to say much about it. This old reliable right here. This is the oil I use when it's just the go-to, honestly. But so what I'm doing is putting quite a bit of oil in my hands because I'm a little bit worried about this braid out because when I was installing these braids, I was seeing the white flake devils. I was seeing the little white devils, the flakes, okay? And I don't know if those flakes were temporary, so we're gonna see that today. But like, oil definitely like helps with flakes. It doesn't completely eliminate them, but it does like help get some of it out. So I'm gonna be applying quite a bit of oil to my hands, actually, more than this. If you watched any of my other videos, then you know that I apply oil to my hands to minimize friction whenever I'm dealing with my hair. And we're just gonna get this thing started. What I'm doing is I'm just coating my hair overall just with some oil. Oh, I'm seeing them. It's gonna be a little bit hard because I got nails and these braids are kind of small. But the key to taking down any type of style like this is to just take your time. That's really the key, because if you try to rush and do this, you're gonna be pulling out knots and stuff and not being gentle with your hair. And that's why your braid outs be coming out frizzy, girl. Like, yeah, you just want to be careful and really pay attention to what you're doing. Cause like, see, like even just taking apart this coil, you just want to be careful with that. Child, this is gonna take forever. So I low-key would rather do a twist out than a braid out, because taking down braids is a lot harder. Like, you can't just skip up further. Like, you have to go like knot by knot. Like, you can't just skip all the way to up here because your hair gonna get knotted up. You have to go from the bottom all the way to the top. Like, you can't skip anything. And then because I borrowed hair, it's gonna be even harder. I got low-key set myself up, but it's okay. But yeah, what I'm really doing is I'm just pulling apart the strands, the 3 strands, very carefully, because there's no telling where I borrowed hair at. So I just gotta be real careful. And that's really all there is to it. Like, it's not difficult. The takedown process is not difficult. It's just a lot of people don't take their time with it. And that's why it don't be coming out as best as it could, you know? Okay, that's one. And then when I get to the very top, I like to just pull the strands apart, make sure I took down the whole braid. And then like, when it comes to separating, because like it's a braid, it's really easy to separate it because it kind of just separates itself, especially when you borrow hair. So low-key already separated it when I was taking it down, but we just gonna keep going. And then I'm gonna explain more stuff like when I get towards the end and stuff. Okay, so this is a pretty big braid, so I'm gonna take this time to give y'all some more tips. One, make sure your hair is dry. Like, make sure your hair is dry, because this is one of those styles where, like, if your hair isn't completely dry and the pattern isn't like fully set in stone, it's gonna be frizz on top of frizz on top of frizz, and you don't want that. Like, you definitely want to make sure that your braid pattern is set in stone, so that when you take them down, like how I'm doing, you won't be causing unnecessary frizz. And the way to do that is to make sure your hair is fully dry before you do something like this. And with braid outs, I'm realizing that you definitely gonna need more oil than you do like a twist out, because the way you have to pull them apart, like, y'all see what I'm doing? Like, you definitely gotta get in there with a braid out, because a braid is definitely more like, a braid is less flexible than like a twist or something like that. Like, you definitely need more work to try to take down a braid, and to do it carefully, it's more difficult to do that. So you definitely want more oil on your fingertips so you're not causing more frizz, because I've had to like pull on the hair a couple times to get like knots out and stuff, and I've been pulling and tugging on my hair and it's not causing too much frizz because I have oil on my hands. But imagine if I didn't have oil on my hands, y'all. Like, this braid out probably wouldn't come out good, honestly. So that's very important. But what I really been doing is, like, I'll find like the next groove or whatever, I'll stick my finger through it and I'll pull it apart. I'll do my best to pull it apart, and then like I'll find a strand like this, and then I'll just pull it out like that, and then the other two will come apart. So that's really all there is to it. It's just a little bit harder because I got these nails on, but you definitely just want to take your time. I can't stress this enough. Like, take your time. Take your time, and it really won't matter how you're taking down the braids as long as you're paying attention to what you're doing. And then voila, you have a separated braid. And then like how I separate them, like you can clearly see like where it separates at. So I'm just pulling it apart wherever I see that it needs to be pulled apart. It also helps if you just like extend it out like this, and then you can just pull it apart like that. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm gonna keep going. I don't know if I want to stretch it. It's looking like it's not too many flakes. It's not that bad, but yeah, I'm gonna just keep going and see how it looks in the end, because I really don't want to stretch it, but if I have to, I will. Oh, and that's another thing, like, about stretching. Your hair is already stretched out. Like, if you style like your braids and like put it up in buns and ponytails and stuff like that, your hair will be stretched out by the time you take these braids down, because those styles stretch your hair out. So like, had I not like actually like did any of those styles, my hair will be fully shrunken up right now. But it's not, because I actually did some styles while my hair was in those braids. So yeah, that's definitely like an alternative to like stretching your hair with a blow dryer. Is just manipulate the braids or the twist or whatever you got in your head, manipulate them, put them up in a bun, put them up in a ponytail, stuff like that. It'll stretch those braids out for you. Okay, so now that this is over with, I'm about to, I think I am gonna stretch it real quick with a blow dryer and see what that gets me. And then I'm gonna pick out the roots, which, where's my pick? Yeah, it's definitely important that you pick out the roots real good when you do a braid out, because y'all see it's like way more separated at the root. And you just gotta get rid of them parts, you know? And I'll probably do this some more off camera, which I think I messed up because I made the braids too small. And given my hair type, my hair isn't very dense. And because of that, like, it's harder to take down small braids and small twists because it's just not a lot of hair in every braid and every twist. So it's harder to separate and take down. So yeah, I definitely should have did bigger braids, because the thing with braids is it's harder to take them down than it is to pull apart your hair. And with twists, they're easier to take down but harder to pull your hair apart. So that's really like a huge difference, and I didn't really notice this until now. So I definitely should have did bigger braids, you know? I definitely should have, but ain't nothing I can do about it now. So I'm finna stretch my hair off camera and then come back to y'all. And I'm gonna probably do a side part. It's giving, I miss my side parts. Like, I really don't like doing middle parts at all. I just do them just cause it's convenient, but I definitely prefer a side part. I'm gonna come back to y'all after I finish stretching and everything, and then I'm gonna show y'all the final look. So this is the final look after I stretched and fluffed my hair and everything. It definitely looks better than it did before. Like, sometimes you just gotta trust the process, because the way it was looking before, I was like, I don't know about this, but I'm pretty satisfied with this. I feel like it would have came out better if I did bigger braids and if I used better products, but it's okay. I'm not sure how long this braid out gonna last though, because my hair doesn't feel all that moisturized, to be honest with you. It might have been because I waited a while to take these braids out, so I probably lost some moisture and all that somewhere in there. But in about 2 days, I'm gonna style this, and that's gonna be that. But I definitely get more of a stretch out of my braid outs than I do like any other style. Like, y'all see how long my hair is in this braid out? Like, this is not how long my hair be when I do like wash and go some twist outs or whatever. Like, I definitely got a stretch out of this for real. But yeah, I would say overall this came out pretty good. What y'all think? I think it came out pretty good. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with it. That's what it's looking like from all angles. This is the back. Yeah, I definitely should have did bigger braids, and I probably would have got some more definition, but regardless, I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out in the end, like appearance wise. I would say moisture wise, I would use different products next time. We live, we learn, and we just keep on going. But that's all I have for y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it somehow. And hopefully you know how to take down some braids after this. But yeah, leave any questions, comments, compliments, concerns down in the comments and I'll get to them. You can also subscribe, like, follow my socials and all that. It's no pressure, but if you want to support your girl, it only takes like 5 seconds to do that. And remember to never stop growing, and I'll see you on the next video tomorrow. Bye.